Let's try this again. Elon let me down. No, probably pretty tough to roll when you're going 10 miles an hour under the speed limit. How's our audio? Are we back? We're back. All right. Let's show you the latest ding dong. Hey, good job. We'll see how the service is here. I had to shut off Daddy Elon because he did me dirty. That was weird. I could see the video and you guys commenting, but you couldn't see or hear it appeared. Bonjour! Comment ça va? That's all I got. Ontario, Canada, because it turns out, well, there's Ontario, Canada. I just passed an Ontario. There's an Ontario in California, and there's one other in one of these more central states. Troy, I'm off to meet the fellas at Bent Off-Road Recovery in just south of Salt Lake City. Merci. New Hampshire. Thank you. All right, sunset check. Not bad, not bad. Let me just do a quick video for the YouTube video. Just doing a quick little live to keep me awake for the final hours. Got a good sunset going back there. All right, get out of the way of these guys. Onward. Yeah, at least it stays later here than at home. Uh-oh. But can't complain with the weather either way, unless you have a snowcat or a Jeep on tracks and you want snow. I think you broke it. That's right. What did I, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Ontario. I might be going a different route home depending if Dirthead Dave is home on Monday or Tuesday, because he's in the Coeur d'Alene area, and that would be a slightly different route. And I usually like to do kind of a loop to keep it interesting. The donkey kind of cut me off. I flashed him. He had some good momentum. Toy run, yeah, I know. I still need to make that video. It ended up, I probably haven't made it because it ended up not being as good of a video as I wanted, because we were very, very busy, and we were also filming for the TV show we're filming, and so that took priority and got all the good stuff. But there's still some, and I will slap that together in the next couple weeks and put it up. I am going to American Fork, Utah to meet up with Bent Off-Road, because they are my teammates for the jalopy race at Matt's Off-Road Games. Yeah, no, I need to get that video done. I've been trying to stay on top of stuff more, because I myself like to watch like more current videos on the YouTube channels I like, rather than videos being like 3 months old. Watching a snow recovery in August. The TV show, I will update you when I know more on that. It's sold to Turkey, I'll tell you that. So Turkey's going to be able to watch it soon. In at least Canada, I believe it'll be mid-February, and not 100% sure. It's a TELUS show, so it'll at least be on a TELUS channel, I guess. I'm not sure. I haven't had cable in like 15 years, so I don't quite know how it works anymore. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the off-road games. It's kind of a bummer for me that it's in March, because that is our really busy season for recoveries, as people start to venture up in the mountains when the snow hasn't melted yet. But at least it won't be 4 million degrees down in Sand Hollow. Yep, this will be my first time meeting the Bent Off-Road guys in person, but I enjoy their videos, and from what I've seen, they are good people, and I like to align myself with good people. Yeah, I've done Highway 55, and then there's that one little road that kind of like goes along the river. That might be 55 actually. That's a very nice drive. Basically due south from Coeur d'Alene. I think there is 8 episodes, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say or not, but it looks like we're doing a second season also, and maybe more. So we are currently filming for season 2 right now. We will start filming, well, we were filming, but it got postponed because there's no snow, so we're going to resume filming in February. Oh yeah, my border experience was great. It's just because I'm not Casey. They let me on through, no problem. And no, not an overnighter drive this time. It'll come in around exactly 15 hours, I believe. Yeah, the whole drive in Kelowna to here, there's been about the same amount of snow, which is none. Yeah, I'm hoping to stop at Not a Wheelchair. That would be cool. There's a lot of people I always like to see in this area, and when I don't have many days, it makes it tough. Always need more time. But I will be taking the Not a Wheelchair down in March to Matt's Off-Road Games, that's for sure, because there's a lot of sand, and my wheelchair does not do well in sand. Yeah, just a little day trip. I think I left pretty much right at 5 this morning, and it's currently 5:23, although that's mountain time, so 11 hours and 23 minutes so far. Oh boy, stupid bridges. Yeah, I mean, I'm still hoping we get the cold. Well, not the cold. If it could be like spring temperatures, but a lot of snow, that'd be all right with me. And if the snow is only in the mountains, not in the valley, that'd be even better. I am driving a 2025 Mazda CX-30 rental. Okay, let's see if you can see the mountains. Whoa. No, Starlink's doing a mean reflection too. Yeah, maybe in a minute. What happens to the I got the Not a Wheelchair bundle. They finally actually, what ended up happening is Casey took it all the way back down to Utah, and Not a Wheelchair had to ship it from their warehouse directly to me. I got it, and so far I gave away the one, which you can watch that video about a dozen videos ago. That was awesome. Still got the 2 kids ones, which there's one kid in mind at least that I would like to give one of those to, and then the other one I'm going to keep around for a bit, the adult one, so that people can continue to borrow it whenever they want, use it for whatever they're doing. Shirts, well, merch in general will be available very soon. I'm going to say at least, at the worst case, by the end of February. I think I have all this stuff done. There is a Stand With Bruce shirt available, and a few others also. BC Off-Road Recovery, and then 1 or 2 others. Yeah, I don't have a CB anymore. That is what we used to use like 25 years ago. But we are all VHF mobile radios. It's so surprising to me that it's still CB down here. I think I've got about 50 gigs of high speed and then some other low speed. And I can probably try the Starlink again sometime, because I got 100 gigs there. Yeah, that whole Not a Wheelchair thing was pretty frustrating. I mean, especially for Casey, but A lot of BS there. Oh, okay, so you use both down here. Need to more let you teach them to drive their snowcat. You're down with them. Yeah, with their weather down here, I can't see there being any snowcatting action here either. Yeah, for once they're upping what you get for the same price. That is rare these days. Yeah, I guess Matt has had their snowcat out, what, once? I think I need to teach them about airing down their tires before anything. That's tough to watch. A 54-inch tire at 10 psi should be illegal. Flagstaff has snow and Canada doesn't. I don't know why it does that. It just says reconnecting or something on my end, and then that's when it drops. We're back? Are we back for good? Can you see and hear? Hey! I have no idea how service is going to be now. Got some cotton candy sky going on. Ooh, there's some mountains. I'll take you out of your cage in a moment. 2 millimeters of snow in Vancouver equals 12. Yeah, Vancouver gets anything. It's just pretty much shuts down the city. Whereabouts are you, Wyatt? Where do you live? Oh, my back! Getting sore. Manitoba, nice. Bit spotty, yeah, that makes sense. Can try the Starlink again, but I don't know how switching over would go. It probably wouldn't like that very much. All right. Almost in a good view to the mountain. The Nada wheelchairs are pretty awesome, actually. So many people on that video were commenting that there's a better one. There is another similar product, but it sells for like something around $20,000, and so I hope it'd be better. The goal of Nada wheelchair with the rigs that you saw in the video and the wheelchairs themselves is to make them as cheap as possible. So they basically set them at a price that covers their costs. And if anyone knows anything about medical stuff, it is very expensive. And yes, they're still, whatever they are, several $1,000s. But when you're doing really small batches of stuff, it makes things very expensive, and that's what people sometimes forget. But that's why it's like perfectly square frame and everything, so it's just rugged, and it makes it a lot cheaper to make them. Inexpensive, not cheap. Yeah, good call. It makes it a lot more inexpensive. They are certainly not cheap. They're all hand welded and everything right there in Utah. And when you're not using cheap Chinese parts, well, it's not going to be cheap. But yeah, people are comparing them against the $20 ones. I forget what they're called. And saying that they should come with this, should come with that, which I'm sure you could get them with that. It's just going to make them a lot more expensive. Yeah, and I think most of the people commenting about the price of them are probably people that don't know the price of a standard manual wheelchair, never mind an electric chair. I forget what mine was. Titanium frame and fancy wheels and stuff. Like, it comes in close to $10,000 for a just push wheelchair. And then electric wheelchairs. One of my friend's electric chairs is like, I want to say 80,000. It might be 60,000, but regardless, it's a lot of money. Sweet, sounds good. I will shoot you an email, Wyatt. Oh, right, mountain. Switch this thing around off my mug once I pass this semi. How do you switch this around? There we go. Can I zoom on live? Oh, I can. It almost looks fake. Kind of looks like a painting. Oop. Oh boy. Oh, I turned the flashlight on somehow. Huh. Oh, there we go. Yep, I'm at least gonna do a collaboration with Bent Off-Road, and then if I've got time, I'll pop down and see Robbie, and I usually just pop into one of his videos. Not really enough time to plan anything this time, but hopefully next time. And I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna bring, if or what I'm gonna bring down to Matt's Off-Road games. Would be them, I'd get the most. Marge would kind of be coolest. Could do a pretty funny, deceitful video. Hello, Diego. Oh man, the sky looks so much cooler in person. That's a bummer. I need to be driving the other direction. The sky's better that way. Columbia, nice. Like British Columbia, but not at all. Gonna be a few months before the overlanding camping trips pop up again. All right, people, left lanes for passing. Let's go. Screenshot away. I'm going to Utah to do some stuff for the Bent Off-Road guys. Oh good, more construction, my favorite. Got a couple sets of hand controls, the permanent style, that are going to get bolted in for the jalopy race because I want to win. Oof, that's a bump. Holy smokes. South Georgia. I have spent a decent amount of time in South Georgia. I don't know if you know where Durham town is, but lived in one of the cabins there for a few months while I was doing Monster Jam shows. I mean, it might as well be single lane when people don't pass and pull over. Casey and I met by him just being a dick on YouTube and calling me lazy. That's pretty funny, actually. Like, him and I had not talked a whole lot of times before he did the video calling me the laziest off-road recovery guy. And I was almost in tears laughing watching that. That was pretty good. Holy, I'm gonna have to mount you until we're out of construction. Hey, look at that. You can kind of see a glimpse of the sunset. At least I get a good shot in the rear view. Let's see if I can turn it. And you can probably see the car that's like 8 feet behind my bumper. I got someone slow in front of me, man. I can't go any faster. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's right there. Hey, there's the boar, fellas. Dinner. I like the sounds of dinner. You can probably tell, but I enjoy food by my physique. All right. Out of the way, Subaru. Driving with his high beams on too. What do you know? Ding dong. Oh, spots in the eyes now. Did him doing that help your channel? I started following you because of that. Yeah, it for sure did. I would say I probably gained, it's hard to tell, like over the few weeks after that video Casey did, probably around 5,000 subscribers. And then I would guess maybe like 1,000 or 2,000 more over the following months. So that was pretty awesome of him. We have very similar senses of humor. Senses of humor. You get what I'm saying? Oh man, that sky is nice. What do you know? I ditched the tailgater. Another clip for my video. Camera never does justice. City of Rocks National Reserve. Castle Rocks State Park or something. I actually have an Insta360 and I kind of hate them. They're handy, I guess. They work great for most people because they can have one arm out the window holding it, but I have to drive and gas and brake, so I can't really, so I have to hold it with my right hand because I'm doing throttle and steering with my left and all that. And then the Insta360 you have to put into their program, the Insta360 Studio, and pull the angles and clips and everything that you want out, then download that, then take that into your video you're editing. So it's just a lot more steps, and it shoots in 8K, which is huge files, so then you need more storage, and I've already got thousands of dollars in hard drives, so I like the idea of it. It's cool in theory, but it is a lot more work. And just getting some clips for reels and stuff, because you can, that's the one cool thing, you can pull horizontal or vertical videos out of it. Man, I need to get a shot of that. Aloha from I've heard it's cold in Florida. I was watching a Cletus video and I think he said it was like 35 degrees. It's warmer in Canada. All right, I need to show you this sunset if I can. Wow, it is not that bright out. Signal. And that car doesn't have headlights on, what do you know? Pretty nice. That's been my rear view for quite a while. Just this, yeah. And we spin it around again. Quad lock. There we go. The road's too bumpy to have you on the dash. Whereabouts in Utah are you heading to? American Fork, approximately. Yeah, East Coast, it looks like, has been getting the winter. West Coast has been getting no winter. Yeah, nice to finally be in the 80-mile-an-hour zone. So I figure 80 means 90-ish. Oh, I got a turn coming up. Woohoo! Pocatello. Hello, Amber. Phone's shaking too much to read. I think I have to turn here. Salt Lake. I do still technically ride, although my bike is down in California and has been for the last like 10 years because it would get shipped out from there with all the other bikes to Nitro shows. But now that I'm not doing as much with Nitro, I think I'll probably bring my bike home for this summer and put some moto suspension on and maybe go do some track days because that'd be fun. But it would not be fun with freestyle suspension because freestyle suspension is very stiff. Happy Friday! That week flew by. Mostly because Ryan and I were doing an excavation job that we didn't want to be doing. That was sold to us as a one-day job. And I quit after 3.5. And Ryan just finished up a couple hours ago. So, wow, that is a cool sky. Ever tried dirt biking with a ski mounted on the front? Yeah, I went snow biking twice, I think. It's okay. It's got its place. I think in spring with a buddy, like dicing through the tight trees would be fun, but I prefer snowmobile. Just taking the Mazda for a quick recovery in Salt Lake. Heavy D called me up and he said he couldn't handle it, so I needed to bring the Mazda MX-30 all-wheel drive winter tires to get it done. All right. Pretty nice. Just a car hanging out in the blind spot. All right. People really suck at driving. Comes racing up and just sits in the blind spot, going the same speed. Let's get a side view. Appears to also have his brights on. That's awesome. A lot more people seem to be driving with their brights on all the time lately, it seems. Sure annoying. At least on my truck, I've got the work lights on the back. You can flash them. Nope, haven't taken the snowcat out yet. And the warm temperatures are not going to be doing the snowpack any favors. Up at the ski hill, it was like +4 and raining the other day. And that's at like 6,500 feet. But in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we will definitely take the snowcat out regardless. Because there's, the road that we did in the last video with Denny and I, well, we're going to go back there in the next video. Ryan and I go back with the Jeep on tracks, and then we will take the snowcat back there. Yep. It's a wonder there's not more accidents with all these people. Yeah, the people tailgating, especially on a 2-lane or a 4-lane highway, really don't get that one. The winch box, yeah, so they're just tube cutoffs, and it's actually like for the back 4 or 5, I guess, it's actually sharper on that vertical side. I know what you mean. And then the front one is just a piece of angle iron, so it's just well, vertical 90 degrees. And the idea with just keeping the front one solid was to use it as a plow, and then if we need to for winter, we can drill some holes and bolt on some good spikes. But so far it has been a-okay. Ambition strikes. I don't think I have seen any other videos, but I will have to look them up. Oh, what do we got? What? Oh, I'm getting behind. Thoughts on the 392 Wrangler for snow wheeling? Too much power? No, I would love a 392. Well, I will be doing a V8 swap sometime. You can have any amount of power. It's just more the person using it, and more than anything depends on the snow quality. Spring snow, and you can use all your horsepower and fly, then it would be definitely awesome for that. Sugar snow, I mean, you might as well have 40 horsepower as long as you got the right gearing, because no one's going fast in that. Yeah, Pat, we are in wine country also in Kelowna, the whole valleys, vineyards and wineries and stuff. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of people driving half the speed limit. But at least they're bringing tourist dollars, I suppose. What gear ratio is in my Jeep? I have 488s, and that's because I used to run 37s when I built it, and 488s take it back to like almost exactly stock final drive ratio. But now I got the 40s, and I just didn't want to re-gear front and back because it's expensive, and it does all right. But I switched to the Rubicon transfer case, which is 4-to-1 instead of the factory 2.72, and that's been awesome. But 513s would be good. I could definitely use 5th gear more on the highway, but I don't really do enough highway to really care. Good idea with the mirrors. My old pickup, I used to have lights like right on the back top of the bed, right beside the tailgate, pointed down strategically, and they were very bright. It'd be fun to flick them on, and you could just clearly see the person's face light up in the windshield interior view. And then for some reason, they tended to back off or turn off their brights. That was nice. Let's see what front looks like. Road's a little less bad. Wow. How does it look daylight out there? So that's an LJ, which is the unicorn. So it's like 10 inches longer, 14 inches longer or something. So it's kind of known as the unicorn of the Jeeps. Which works better? They all have their time. The wheelbase, sometimes the shorter one works better for breakover. Sometimes my longer wheelbase works better for climbing stuff because the front's up top of the climb and pulls me up. One thing I do know is my Jeep, the front and rear axle weights are like within 20 pounds of each other. So that is one thing I've learned really makes a big difference in the snow, is having equal weight on all the tires. Excuse me. Hello, Leanne. Both coming and going. 15. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why I was confused. 15 inches longer overall and 10 inches wheelbase. Yep, that makes sense. I'm heading to American Fork, Utah to meet Bent Off Road guys to work on the jalopy and shoot some videos. Yeah, it is a long, straight, flat area, which is why I decided to do the live video here, because not much going on. Maine. That is, I believe, the one state I've not been to. I've been to 49 states, and most of them driven to. Road trip's good. I left at right around 5 o'clock this morning, and it has gone by very quickly. I can't believe how bright it looks outside still. Like, it's like full on dark. Your alignment's good. Yeah, that's all right. I'm in a rental. They are brand new winter tires. And all-wheel drive. Stoked to see that. Does anyone else ever play Pac-Man on the road? Here, let me give you a little example. Ooh, the car doesn't like to go over the line. Waka 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 waka. All right, back in my lane. You're welcome. Anything you would do differently with Marge if you were to build it again? Oof. Yeah, probably. Marge was a learning experience for sure. I'd probably do like full on, well, first of all, there's 17-inch coilovers, which are very long. And if you don't know, every inch longer on a coilover is actually 2 inches, because it's like the body and the shaft. So I would probably, well, I won the 17-inch coilovers. That's why that was what started the idea to build Marge. I had the truck, I had the coilovers, but now I wish I would have sold the coilovers and bought a set of 14-inch. That would be a lot better for packaging. And then probably do a 4-link in the front rather than radius arms, although it makes it drive amazingly on-road. And then the rear, just do the coilovers a little differently, which I will be doing anyways in the next couple months because the tires rub the coilovers and stuff. So Marge will be getting back in the shop here in the next, well, probably 8 or so videos to give it some love. But before then, we've got to get Ryan's Jeep in there to finish it up because we still have to do fenders and sliders and a few other things I can't remember. But Utah State Patrol don't like Pac-Man. Yeah. I think Oregon State Patrol probably likes me less right now. I may or may not have an outstanding ticket there. I can't remember. Do you ever get flat tires on your chair from fabricating? I'm interested in getting into metalworking. Yeah, so wheelchair tires, the worst thing for them is actually the, I forget what you call it, but the little bits from drilling, because they're little, like the half coils, because they kind of stand up on their own. I've tried solid tires before. First of all, they're a pain because you have to get someone to put them on with a special machine. You can't do them yourself. And then they ride very rough because they are the same as having like 100 PSI in your tires. Yeah, I think there was a time when I got like 3 flats a week working in the shop, but I realized it was because I was using crappy tubes and they were, I think, a size too small. So when they inflated, they like got really thin in my tire, so I'd get flats easy. But since I've switched to high quality, proper size tubes, I get like maybe 1 flat a year, maybe 2, which is kind of no problem to deal with. Possible V8 swap in the Jeep, what would you swap in? Oh, that's probably the reason that I haven't swapped yet, is because I keep going back and forth between LS and Hemi. I like the LS platform better, but the integration of the Hemi with the 8-speed into the JK and like the computer and having everything work factory and long-term and reliable is definitely a lot better. A lot of the companies doing swaps are just doing Hemis now for that reason, but there's companies that are also making things pretty seamless with the LS, but I think I'm leaning towards the Hemi now, 60-40. I did find a good deal on a 2015 Hemi with an 8-speed recently with fairly low mileage, so we'll see. One night when it's 11 and I'm laying in bed and I feel like doing an impulse buy, maybe I'll buy it. You gotta really break the law, said in Oregon. Well, according to him, I did. I think it was 2 winters ago, and he gave me a reckless driving and excessive speeding ticket. And mostly probably because I argued with him that it was very subjective. He thought how I was driving was extremely dangerous and inappropriate, and I disagreed. And he didn't like that. Watching live, what was an hour ago? The other live, because it quit. Do you know who your competition is for the off-road games? Kind of. But I can't remember. I think all the teams are listed on Matt's Off-Road Games website, or maybe on their social medias. It's like Peck Brothers and yeah, I can't remember. Clearly, I remembered 1 out of about a dozen. Yeah, Bruce from an hour ago was a totally different guy. I am way more mature now. Ah, that's right. I mean, when I race, I race to get second place, so yeah. Yeah, I don't plan on letting them down. I'm gonna be driver. So Ben and Caleb are building the vehicle as we speak, which is why I'm going down, bringing the hand controls to install, and then they are also doing the wrecker portion of the competition, and not sure if I'm going to be a part of that yet or not. They kind of said it was an option. Maybe I'll drive the wrecker, maybe not. I kind of want to also just like take it in as a fan and watch everyone, which would kind of take away that possibility. So we'll see. Exactly. No one remembers second place. Oh, I didn't even read. There you are. Nah. Rich Rebuilds. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, but what if I want to watch and video? We can get a second set of controls. I actually brought down two. Different styles, but the one set is the one that I had in the trophy truck doing the Baja 1000, and the other one is out of the Can-Am from Baja Racing also, so they've both got experience. And one set has an experience winning, so there you go. Oh boy. Bumps. The drive is top notch. I mean, if you didn't know, you would think it has been April the whole way. Which is pretty crazy. What time is it? 5:14. No, that's Pacific time. So I have been driving for 12 hours and 15 minutes with 2 gas stops. Nope, Can-Am is very alive and well. Bombardier. We could set you up with the MCs for some commentary during the record portion also. Yeah, see, we got some decisions to make. And that's another reason for the trip. A lot easier just to chat in person, especially when all of us are very busy. So we're gonna be ironing some things out, doing some hand controls. I'm not sure if they'd want me on a mic, because then I can't edit myself. But that makes good TV, I guess. What breed is Charlie? Charlie is a Dachshund Yorkie. So he is a dorky. If you don't know, a Dachshund is a wiener dog. And he is also a little wiener. Yeah, it's about, well, just shy of 1,000 miles. Like 1550K or something like that. Around 15 hours. I'm trying to shave an hour off. So far, so good. Let me know if I lost you. I think I lost service, and then I tried to connect to the Starlink. Nice. Good save. Back on the Starlink, so as long as Elon doesn't do me dirty again, we'll be good. Oh good, more fog. Yeah, my Jeep on Tracks video is coming soon. Well, another video first and then that one. Oh, missed it. Car's trying to tell me it's time for a break. Thanks, Jay. Don't hit the road too hard. Vision has reduced 10%. We better slow down 80%. Yeah, the lane assists definitely vary from vehicle to vehicle. The one in this car sucks and is very annoying. I turned that off in the first 5 minutes. In the Hyundai I rented was awesome because it wouldn't like bounce back and forth between lanes. It would like monitor each lane and keep you in the middle, and it could like take you around a corner like this. I believe this Subaru just brake checked me even though he's just sitting. Oh no, he's just scared of a corner. Yeah, I've done Regina and Winnipeg a few times. Actually, one of the last times was a Nitro show. We had a show in Calgary, and then it got canceled because of weather. So we had to go out to Winnipeg. Or no, I got that backwards. We did a show in Winnipeg. It got canceled. I had to go to Calgary and then go back out to Winnipeg to do that show. So I got to drive it twice. Ay, 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 buddy. But yes, very flat and straight in Saskatchewan. Which, back when my legs worked, I drove from, I forget where we were going, but anyways, I drove 380 kilometers with my knee. I didn't touch the steering wheel once with my hand, so. And it's not even like it was difficult. That's how straight and flat it was. Whoops. That's allegedly 105 miles an hour. Going down just south of Salt Lake City, Utah to meet the Bent Off-Road fellas. which if you guys aren't subscribed to Bent Off-Road Recovery, you should do that. I feel like our channels are similar. Just doing the work, nothing fancy, no BS, messing around, faking anything, blah blah blah. Just doing recoveries. Yeah, I mean, anyone that camps in the left lane is very annoying to me. I came up on someone in the left lane, and they did move over for me eventually into the right lane, but as soon as I passed, they moved right back into the left lane, which I just don't get it. How long will I be live for? Well, my plan was to be live until dark, but that was like 20 minutes ago, and here we are. I do only have 18% left on my phone, though, so that might determine. Maybe I should source my charger while I play a little Pac-Man here. Denny? Oh yeah, we've all had the death wobble on the highway with our Jeeps. It's a Jeep thing. I do understand. If I were a Charger, where would I be? Found the Charger. Disaster averted. But I'm gonna have to plop it on the mount here shortly. Not that anything too exciting's happening. Yeah, I mean, you have to tune into this because this is pretty important. I need moral support. I had a Tacoma, well, a couple trucks before my Jeep. A 2008 Tacoma, I think. Had a 6-inch lift and 37s, but it was a lot of lift for independent suspension. But I did drive the Tacoma lifted all the way to Georgia, and then to Tijuana, and then to Ontario, and then home, and it drove great. But yes, Jeeps are a lot better off-road. But if you're just doing Forest Service roads and stuff, The IFS is no sweat, but if you're gonna run it and want to do serious off-road, solid axle swap. And there's some pretty damn good kits now. Yes, like they're saying in the comments. Yeah. If you want something to still cruise highways, and if you're just doing like Forest Service roads and some mild trails, like a 2.5, 3-inch lift on some 33s on a Tacoma would be great. But yeah, anything more, I wouldn't. JKs are just so easy, especially if you find a Rubicon. Like, there's no better vehicle to buy from factory and just slap some 35s on than a Rubicon. And I'm not even a Jeep guy. Like, they just work. I don't actually like the whole Jeep thing and how weird people are on Jeeps. They just work. Generally, things with independent suspension don't get death wobble unless stuff is really worn out. Ah, thank you. Happy to have you. Hell yeah. I love the oddball builds. Someday going to modify my Expedition, sadly. Oh, Expedition, yeah. I was thinking Excursion. Yeah, they ride beautifully on the road, but that's a doozy for off-road upgrades. I'm up to like 11% female viewership, which is the highest it's ever been. I think Charlie's helping. For those of you in the area, do they often do speed traps at night down here? Not that I'm speeding. Yes, we are definitely going to do a fan wheeling day. We were kind of hoping to do it before snow, something like that. Maybe turn it into a bit of a charity thing, but we didn't make it, so sounds like a good spring thing to do. Crap. 100 miles an hour again. Dang it. That's the problem with new little cars. My stuff, if you're gonna speed, you know you're speeding. Feels like you're going twice as fast. This feels like you're going half as fast. Yeah, that Denny's pretty easy on the eyes. 11.9 female. Wow, you got a 0.9. Missing an arm or something. Yeah, turns out everyone likes Charlie. Me most of the time. Not as much when he woke me up at 2 this morning to go pee when I was waking up at 4. Lucky he's cute. .1% missing? That'd be an arm, wouldn't it? Maybe a leg? When he licks inside my mouth or up my nose or in my ear. Can't say I love that. No, 0.1. So that's 10%, not 0.1%. Yeah, I mean, we could probably do that. We know a lot of good trails that a sprinter could go on, or at least portion. That's a good idea. Maybe we'll do a route that is everything friendly, and then maybe continues, and then have there be a spot to kind of loop off. Good idea. Little bugger peed in my shoes. Charlie's been pretty good with the bathroom schedule. My sister lives on the property up where the shop is, and she sent me a text the other day that Charlie left her a little present on their front doormat, though. Apparently, when he went out to do his business, he ran up there and didn't appreciate the dogs not being outside to play, so he left them a present. Oh, I think I might be in Utah. Exit number 5, and I believe they start at exit 1 going north to south. So you're working on one Jeep and Jekyll Fab's working on the other simultaneously. Wow. My trick for that would just be to go shh, 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 and put my finger up to the officer's lips and just say, shh, 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 it's okay, it's okay. Put the window up and drive off. 8% female viewers, maybe we need a cuter dog. Yeah, mine varies. I've had some pretty low single digits before. Thanks, Lee. Anytime I'm left to my own devices, things tend to get a little weird. Glad you enjoyed, you weirdo. Quebec or Ontario FMX riders? Yep. Well, my buddy Billy Van Butte, I mean, not currently, but Ray Post and Evan Marshall, and who else is out there? Those are the guys I used to do shows with. No problem. I am heading to meet up with the guys at Bent Off-Road Recovery to do a little work on the jalopy for the Matt's Off-Road Games, shoot some videos, and hang out. Miles. 6 feet. A couple thousand F-150s. No sweat at the border. He asked what I was doing. I said, going down to work on a shitty race car. And he said, are you getting paid to race? And I said, I wish. And I was on my way. And if you haven't already, I think you can click right on the BORR and hit subscribe. I believe you can do it off the chat. It's Caleb. That's why I subscribe to you guys, actually. Caleb is pretty easy on the eyes. For my dog, not your dog. All right, horse trailer. The horse trailer that keeps driving over the yellow line and spraying rocks at me. Hopefully you don't have a horse in there. I couldn't tell you, Phil. Nice. Another load of rocks sprayed onto my hood. Thankfully, it's not the minivan. I would have been ticked. Let's see if the rumble strips gives them a hint. Guess there's no rumble strips. Well, that's good, because I am challenged. By the drunk guy pulling his horses. Yeah, that's what I'd tell him in my minivan. I don't have to 1-ton swap it to do that. I already do that. That is a build on my mind, though. If this YouTube thing picks up, I would love to do a big, stupid van of some sort. I do have some blue and red lights that I bring out every once in a while for the Jeep. Denny gets mad at me, though. Yeah, fair enough. I'd have so much more to rap about, though. Ay, ay, ay. Hansel Valley. If that means anything to you, Ben or Caleb. Exit 16. I am deep in Utah. Yep, those are pretty sweet Grand Caravans. I hate how damn practical minivans are. Everyone hates on them until they have one. Ooh, I like that. The van will be named Vanimal. Penn Mountain is on my left. $30 miles per gallon, man. I wish the Jeep could do that. That's a lifetime dream for me. Sweet. I think my Odyssey is at 335,000 K or something like that. Still going strong. And I do not check fluids. I just add power steering fluid every 3 or 4 weeks, as there's quite a lake in my underground parking now. I should start recycling. Pull it off the ground and put it back into the power steering pump. Yeah, on the back of that Semi, I've seen a few of those now. I believe it only strobes for the first couple seconds of braking and then it shuts off. Will this weekend shenanigans be on your channel as well as... Yep. It will be on our channels. I don't know what it'll be, because I literally decided I was coming down... what was that? Last night? No. Yesterday morning? Yeah. Yesterday morning, I think I made this plan. And I texted Ben and said, "How's your weekend?" And he said, "We'll make it work." So I rented a car and hit the road. But I brought my camera. They got theirs. We will shoot some videos. And we need to make some promo videos for the off-road games, because they've been asking for those for a couple weeks. But we've just been very busy. Expedition with 345. Ooh. What's in that? The 5.4 liter? Because if so, that's especially good. How's your exhaust manifolds? Are they ticking? Yep, that's gonna be on your pillow, on your toothbrush. Everything else. We are headed, well actually we are now in Utah, going down to meet Bent Off-Road to have some fun with the jalopy, get it dialed in. All right, I'm at 8%. You're gonna have to deal with my mug while I plug it in. Or I could just end the live, but I've got nothing to do. Wants to be replaced. I have the high cap oil problem. Oh yeah. Yep, the old 5.4s and the Hemis have similar ticks. I broke a manifold bolt or two in my day on my Fords. I need more snacks. I brought some Canadian snacks down for the Bent Off-Road fellas, and I purposely put them in the trunk so that I couldn't access them, because I knew that they'd be half gone if I didn't. Got some ketchup chips, some all dressed, some syrup, some Smarties. I know Americans have Smarties, but they're very different than Canadian Smarties. American Smarties are our Rockets. Very different candy. Watching the latest video of Matt's off-road. Got the wrecker stuck in the snow. You need to jump. Yeah, if you check the comments, you'll see my comment about telling them to drop air pressure every time they do a snow recovery. Because they think 10 psi is aired down on 54s. That's what I air marge up to for highway. Big snackers. Good. I pegged you for big snackers. Guess a guy shouldn't say pegged ya anymore these days. Could get lost in translation. Sipping on some scissor. Yep. Yeah, I brought a bottle for them, and then I've obviously got my bottle. This is syrup right here. I did bring a beaver also, but they confiscated that at the border, unfortunately. So you'll have to get your own beaver when you come up and visit. That could also be lost in translation too. We will definitely be, wow, that was really late semi. We will definitely be at Hunter's Range. Ryan is very excited to drive his Jeep on the new wide tires in the spring snow. I'm not sure what I am going to be driving up there yet. Got some options. Danny will be in the LJ, obviously. And then I'm going to invite some other friends up for Hunter's Range also, which I'm pretty excited about. A boot. Me. Oh yeah. This is the guy that pulled out and cut me off to pass on the hill. What do you know? He couldn't maintain. Oh, perfect. Nice. We were going a little too quick for my liking anyway. 35 is much nicer. Just upgraded from Fox 2.0 to King 2.5s, 37s, 38s. Sweet. How do you like the difference from the Fox to the Kings? Nope. That will not work, Denny. I don't even know what you're doing, and I can tell you. Wow, I have been live for 101 minutes. And that's not including the 2 before that. Oh, you're doing the clock spring? Did you have to buy the special puller, or did you borrow one? Oh, sweet. Oh, so you just put them in. 38s is a nice size tire. That's actually what I tried to get originally from Nitto, but that's when they first came out, so they were like back ordered because everyone wanted them. And then he said, but we have some 40s on the shelf if that'll work for you. And that's how I jumped to 40s before I wanted to. Ah, yep. That's what stopped me from doing my own clock spring. I believe Jekyll Fab did mine. Yeah. 38s that look like 28s. When's Gluteus and the boys to be back from India? You were mad and now you're furious. Good night, Rhonda. Thanks for hanging out. .37's minimal lift. I like that. It's in China right now. Oh, whoa, whoa. February 15th. Oh, sweet. That's not bad. Oh, I guess that's a month away. Still in lots of time for spring wheeling, at least. slightly different accents. 82 Suzuki pickup on 37s. Oh, sweet. I would love to do a little Suzuki. I will someday do a Samurai, probably more likely a tracker on 1 tons and probably 46s or something. Full width. There was a photo on the cover of like a 4-wheeler magazine many years ago. It was a red, I believe, Samurai on full width 1 tons with 44-inch boggers fully outside the body, and that's been in my head ever since. Pretty cool. Yeah, Samurai on Razor would be freaking cool too. I definitely need to do something on a Razor, because then we can take your mini Razor and my something Razor. Oh, actually I think I sent it to you, Jared. The Danny Duncan did the Honda Fit on a Razor. I would love to do a Honda Fit Razor, and it fit really well. What gauge do you use to measure low pressure? Denny uses a digital, and I've got an analog. I've got just the normal like slide one that seems pretty good. I think it maxes out at 15 psi. And then I've got a dial one that was like $50. I can't remember the brand. I'll put that in a future video. And it, I think, maxes out at excuse me, 10 psi. But honestly, it's one of those things that as long as the gauge is the same every single time, it doesn't really matter what the number is, as long as it's consistent. We more so go off of the look of the sidewall anyways. So if it's squished down nicely, and even if it said 25, as long as it said 25 every single time, then that's good enough for us. Like, I don't really care what the number is, just as long as it looks and performs good. Yeah, probably no precise tools from those joints. Great for a lot of things, but probably not precision. Wow. Gas is $2.55 per gallon here. That's like 75 cents a liter, I think. So even after conversion, it's like $1. Man, I think makes one for drag racing. That I might have that one. Moroso. That's, yep, 75 cents a liter. Yeah. I mean, our dollar is bad right now, so maybe it's like $1.05 a liter, but still, it was $1.47 per liter when I left this morning. Although it was $1.47 when I left Kelowna, and OK Falls and Oliver were $1.24 per liter, which, for those of you that don't know, is like an hour and 15 minutes away from Kelowna. So I don't, in an hour. 127 in Alberta. I figured it'd be less than that. Charge my client in US and have conversion on my whiteboard. Yeah, it's a doozy right now. Although if you get paid in US like I do for a few things, it is great right now. $1.22. That must have gone up recently, because we were at $1.24 like a few days ago. I don't know what it is with gas jumping 20 cents and then going down and jumping again. Like, I remember growing up, it would be the same gas price for like months on end. It would differ like a few cents here and there. That's some BS. Have you ever considered using tire pressure? Yeah, my Jeep came with TPMS, but I kept crushing them because I aired down too much. So it crushed the sensors, so I removed the sensors and turned it off. Oh. GPS just told me in 152 kilometers, go straight. Thank you, Siri. $1.34. Yeah, no rhyme or reason. I mean, it's the same as where we live is very close to the Washington border. And as soon as you cross over, it's like right around $1 per liter. So, but, I mean, Canada's extra dumb. Sell the oil to the US and then buy it back at much higher prices. That's business. Is there a way to superimpose the pitch from your dash to the video? Yeah, I've definitely thought about that for the angle. I will probably just buy, well, they've got like analog and digital versions for the angles. I'll probably just glue one on my dash because that'll be easy, and then I can just video it, or at least reference it and tell you guys. Because yeah, some of the angles, although the downside with that, the same as like people measuring snow depth, is other people are like, oh, it's like 45 degrees, and people don't realize how steep 45 degrees is. 45 degrees is extremely steep. I know that my Jeep, the steepest I'm comfortable with is like 26, 28 degrees. I can kind of touch 30 before it gets a little tippy, especially as there's like big bank. In the snow, I think on the one whipsaw video, I went like 42 or 43 degrees, which I would for sure roll over if it weren't for snow holding up the side of my tire. But yeah, I'd be interested in that also. So I will try and remember to get an Amazon special angle finder, glue it to the dash. Good suggestion. Where am I now? Definitely Utah. Not much around me though. 120 in Armstrong, you see, yeah, Armstrong's what, 45 minutes away from Kelowna, hour, and a 27-cent difference in gas. That's some bull. Thanks, Rick. I'll find your angle, Denny. Doesn't sound quite right either. Who's that in your back seat? Oh, she wasn't supposed to pop up. No, no one back there. That's a wheelchair wheel. That's a wheelchair. Unless you meant that guy right there. Classic. Just pinned in by idiots again. Hi, Joe. Oh, good. Another guy driving with his brights on. Yeah, I love me some Marge too. I'll do another video in the next couple weeks on Marge, because we haven't tested the bolted on inner bead yet. Although I did see her the other day and holding pressure in the tires still 100%, hasn't leaked out, so that's a good first step. But I am very excited to take the tires down to like 3. I'm hoping for 3 PSI on the front and 2 in the rear. That would be great. Happy birthday, Cassie's daughter. That's fun. When was Marge last street legal? What do you mean? I still drive her on the street all the time. Insured, registered, all that. But it's been a few years since Marge was stock. I think I built her 4 years ago. Yeah, those are just factory options on Marge. It comes with every single dash light on, which I don't know why they'd offer that, but come on. Oh, drivers. That's the most exhausting part for me driving. People's incompetence. Rest area, 1 mile. I wonder what those are for. Oh, you suck. Look at these idiots. Ding dongs. From India. Awesome. 8 a.m. It is 7 p.m. here. I am in Corrine, Utah. In a couple miles anyway. I'll show you home base. Dang it, that doesn't sound good either. I am going down to American Fork, Utah to meet the guys from Bent Off-Road Recovery to, oh boy, that's rough, possibly install some hand controls in our jalopy for Matt's off-road games. $10.12 in New Brunswick. What is it, Nova Scotia that's got the extra half an hour time zone? That's a fun fact that a lot of people don't know. You should head down. We will see you there. Newfoundland, that's what I meant. Fun fact that I don't even know. Could you be about? We are absolutely your. You should pop on over for the off-road games. How many hours overall for the drive? Siri said 15 and a half. I'm hoping to shave an hour off that, which was going well until I had to deal with all these turds. Where's the fam in BC from? Jeremy, hey? I tend to not like Jeremys. That's not entirely true. There's one Jeremy I don't like. I'm driving a 2025 Mazda CX-30. What's up, Rusty? Rusty Nerds. I like that. Better than Rusty Nards. Oh, absolutely. As soon as you get the time on the GPS, I can beat that. I try to beat it, including gas and other stops also, and we're still looking good. From Ogden, south traffic is gonna suck. Oh, goody. Here's a sign. What do we got? Ogden in 19 miles. Salt Lake City in 53, I think it said. Sparwood, nice. Got a big dump truck there. Or had, anyway. I don't know if they still have it. Port of entry. Wait, what? Yeah, the big old green one. That is quite a large truck. place to be. Pick my wife standing under the front. Yep, I believe I've got a picture beside the tire somewhere, as I'm sure a few other people do. It's a big ass truck. Huh. Guess the speed limit's 75. Lucky I've been doing 75. A stick. Speaking of sticks, because that's what I call these hand controls. After this corner, I'll show you my hand controls for something to do. So for those that didn't catch it, that's a large portion of why I'm doing this trip, is to take down my permanent hand controls that'll go in the jalopy. Because I use and travel with the temporary ones that you just get off Amazon, and they just bolt to the pedals, which I'll show you here. Let me set the old cruise. How did I turn on the flashlight before? Right there. Whoa! There's the sticks. So they just clamp onto the pedals, a couple wing nuts, and then thumb is for throttle, hand goes on there for brake, and then I drive with one finger often for when people cut me off. I've got full control. Anyways, back to driving. Have you noticed any stay right except to pass signage in the US? Oh yeah, constantly. They are all along all of the highways that I drive, that's for sure. What jalopy am I going to be driving? Well, I think we will release that in the videos that we make this weekend. It's not a usual vehicle, a little different, so that's fun. Yep, I believe most of the signs down here say slower traffic, keep right, and keep right except to pass. And as far as I know, in most states and provinces, it's the law to keep right except to pass. And then when you pull over to pass, actually pass, Mr. F-150. Whoa, that guy almost, holy cow, that guy almost hit the U-Haul. Crazy. All right. Well, I'll be passing on the right because people are dumb. The weekend, it is only Thursday. No, it is Friday. Not gonna do a major look again. Although I am often on the wrong day. Hey, all you ding-dongs in the left. Look at this open lane over here. You suck. Hey, F-150, you suck. Yeah, I wish cops would pull more people over for plugging up the left lane, because that is far more dangerous than reasonably speeding, in my opinion. Because it just creates road rage and pisses a lot of people off. Like this guy, he just weaved through everyone and is now going crazy. They did a study that changing lanes is more dangerous than reasonably speeding, which I believe. Ooh, down into Maverick country. I do like myself a Maverick. Gas station, not as much the car. Although I'd drive a Maverick. They're actually pretty practical. Yep, exactly. Buc-ee's, yeah, that's a whole other program. When you offer shopping carts in a gas station, you know it's quite large. Yep, exactly. They should have cops out there monitoring just for that. YouTube notification. Casey Liddell. I've never been called for a job like this. Ooh, a track Jeep video. That's fun. Your mama. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, people will be out in the highway completely by themselves and still in the left lane. Yeah. Travel in the right. Yeah. Thankfully, nothing could pull people away from this action, though. This is pretty extreme. I'm sure everyone is on the edge of their seats, wondering what's going to happen next. Oh, getting a little low on fuel, shocker. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a few spots of not allowed in the left lane. Not too many, though. Mostly only in the 3-lane sections. Better than in California, where the speed limit's like 20 miles an hour slower for anyone towing a trailer. That one doesn't make sense to me. That's a hazard in my opinion. Yeah, I can't believe I've been on this stream for over 2 hours, plus a couple botched ones before that. Yeah, first thing this morning I thought I was going to get pulled over. I came up behind a Ghost F-150 up in Washington, probably doing 25 miles an hour faster than him, and he was doing about 5 miles under the speed limit. I stopped pretty quick. Yeah, try and avoid it when at all possible. I got pulled over in California. I was going down to pick up a boat, so I was taking down an empty boat trailer. There's like a 20-foot trailer, empty, and got pulled over for going like the normal speed limit because I was supposed to be going 55 and it was like 70. Yeah, that really pissed me off. Yep, I agree. I think he owes me some monetization money. I'll bet you at least 1 to 3 people jumped over to it. Yeah, I think so too. It's got to be. But I mean, it's sketchy when the flow of traffic's going 15 to 20 miles an hour faster, and then all of a sudden you come up behind a 100,000-pound truck. Not sure how they figure that's safer. Especially, like, yeah, you can be driving a F-350 towing a 10-foot garden trailer and you still have to go slow. I don't get it. Oh yeah, interesting. I guess there probably is no ads on the live. There's a monetization switch, but I guess that's for when it posts after. Oops. Which I don't even know if I'm going to post this after, because I can't imagine who would watch it not live. But people watch people play video games for 8 hours, and I don't get that. I'd personally much rather watch someone drive. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I bit the bullet and did the premium a couple years ago. Couldn't handle the ads. U-block. What is this U-block you speak of? Nice. What off-road game are you playing? U-block browser extension. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Oops. The windshield being angled keeps kicking it to the left. Which I'll probably pull over for fuel pretty soon, so that'll be a change of scenery. I might as well keep it rolling for some fueling action. That is one thing I love about Oregon. Actually, they've done away with what I used to love about Oregon, is it was all full serve. So I'd always plan my stops so that I would run out of gas in Oregon. But not anymore. Yeah, the road is not exactly smooth here. There's some pretty serious joints at the bridges too. Yeah, they're pretty bad. It's always funny when people comment about how many ads I put in them and where I place them, as if I have any control. When you plug in the battery, you should get someone else to plug it in for you and hold your face in front of the airbag just in case. But video, just to be safe. Okay, that is rough. You're back with me, plugged in until gas stop, which is coming up soon. I do have an airbag sitting at home that we can do something with. I just saw it when I was getting my hand controls yesterday, actually. Or was that today? Yesterday. Oregon changed its law in 2023. Yep, that makes sense. I noticed there was still a few doing full serve, but not many. YouTube also has, I set off the one airbag last year. That was fun, but just on its own. Maybe I'll install it in Denny's seat in his Jeep or something one day. Earmuffs, Denny. I said earmuffs. I guess I said it after. Dang it. He was watching about 2 hours ago. Hillfield Road. station's a little too main for my liking. I like to pick the gas stations that are the quick on-offs. Some of these you have to go like a mile off the highway. Waste too much time. Hertz was sued for turning brought back. That's pretty funny. And ironically, I am in a Hertz car right now. I will bring it back battery charged. Yeah, I think it'd be a fun Denny thing. Hey Denny, take the top off your Jeep today. How come? Oh, just 'cause. Layton Parkway. I should steal that giant highway sign for Robbie. Wonder if this thing's got roof racks. Whatever you say, buddy boy. Oh, why is there so many people out? Go home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. I'll give $0 to the first person who gets that quote. No one ain't. There we go. Thank you. That is one movie that I could probably quote 90% of it. I have watched Happy Gilmore far too many times. You know the Mista lady? I think I just killed her. Oh yeah, signs like that. There's mile marker 69 on the 201, and it's been stolen about 2,000 times. Hello from Utah. Get me out of here. That's a good scene. You can trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. You're in my world now, Grandma. I might have to watch Happy Gilmore for the last part of this drive. Not that I watch stuff while I drive, because that's not safe. Hello, Michael. Heck of a last name you got there. Yeah, I think I did see that meme. Anyone punching Jake Paul is a good meme. Especially Bob. The price is wrong, bitch. R.I.P. Maybe I should have taken the last option for gas station. It's always it. I'm always like, oh, I'll get the next one, and then it's 45 miles. That will be the driver's side that one mounts on, and it's on like the pinch weld, and then probably like halfway up the hood. I believe the shaft end of the hydraulic goes up. That's to Denny. The rest of you will have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh, a large Ferris wheel. That's random. There's too much construction. I don't want to exit and get messed up. Mr. Laddle. I'm in going under an overpass. I know that. Jersey barriers on my right. Probably pretty close to Salt Lake, I'd say. Well, you're dead to me, Jenny. Oof. That's a bump. Yeah, just trying to poach viewers. There was a close call back there that I didn't mention. I mean, I think anything would spice up this live right now. Me getting gassy would spice up this live right now. 153 minutes. I am currently speeding excessively in the right lane, passing people on the left, so I could do it myself. See? There they go. Yep, that's right. Now don't quote me exactly, but yeah, when he got to the border, I don't know, something to do with hating handicapped people or something like that. He was chanting. Can't quite remember. And here I thought going 5 hours out of my way just to avoid Bend would make me avoid him, but here we are. They actually refused that I leave. They loved you so much that they locked the door from the outside. That's love. That was one of my favorite things, people attacking Casey. That made my day every single time, especially when it was just nasty. Just personally attacking him. That just brought a smile to my face every day. Oh, let me rear end this 4Runner first. Thank you, sir. You definitely needed to move over from the right lane. Threatened to put me... I think you sent me a screenshot of that one. See, it's still warming my heart. Oh, that's good. The gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, that's all BS though. I've actually been there when he says that too. Unless you're talking to me about me. But Casey, the ones that he does for free, as soon as the camera cuts off, he doesn't release them from his truck before he extorts them for a ton of money. This one's on the house, or donate to charity, and then sticks him with a $1,000 bill. I've seen it. Casey doesn't even have to try and troll. It's just comes natural. Alright, we're on the outskirts. Who's messaging me? Hopefully not a recovery. Nope. Yeah, ironic it's aura. He's got a bad aura. And then he beats them with those fridges until they buy one. I've heard stories. Uh-oh. Do I turn here? Hang on. Hopefully this doesn't kill. Hopefully this is right. I mean, to be fair, every time someone asks us how much, I usually start at $1 million and work my way down. Usually until zero, but maybe one day people will pay me $1 million, or even 100,000. Ooh, Kappa. There is a sweet Hagland, a red one for sale that I would like to buy. So I need to start charging tens of thousands for recoveries. Dane Cook? Never heard of her. A green piece of junk? Nah, there's a red one I've got my eye on. That's true. It's impossible to keep an eye on the water. It's not like they have border guards out in the ocean. Just drive it around. That can't be a thing, right? Oh my God, I hate everyone. All right. We're charged enough to get off my ugly mug. So we can focus on me almost. At least you guys get to watch me rear end people. Oh look, passing on the right once again. Yeah, unless you're Casey. I heard that he likes to smuggle accessibility contraband. I mean, that's some of the worst stuff. I can't personally think of any worse crime. Trying to get disabled people equipment. No one has asked to use one recently, but I'll be pulling one out for a snowmobile event fairly soon. Used it last year also, getting around in the snowy parking lot up at the snowmobile area. It worked a charm. See ya, nerd. Well, you guys will have to join me watching his track video after this. I'll go leave a hateful comment, you can be sure. It's probably not even a recovery video. I'm not sure if he even does recoveries anymore. I heard he quit. Why the random spiking the brakes in the middle of a freeway, people? Yeah, you should go give him shit for not doing snow recoveries. I heard he organized the lack of snow this year. He heard that I put thousands of dollars into the snowcat and put my Jeep on tracks. So ordered it to not snow. Yeah, I've seen snippets of the East Coast getting enough winter for both coasts. It's definitely been all of West Coast. There's not been a lot of winter anywhere over here. Inches. Our ski hills aren't even close to 200 centimeters. Ski hill 97 centimeters. Yeah. I heard it was raining at Big White the other day. Don't mind me, I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. Yeah, last time I let the 0 miles to empty for about 20 miles. It's just too busy around here for my liking. Yeah. I know my car. Yeah, I like to get every little bit out of the tank. Last fill, I don't think I had many milliliters left. surprised that hasn't happened yet. Okay, what do we got here? Got the snacks. Could be high beam or could be all the jumps onto these bridges. There is some serious joints. Shut up, Starlink.
Speed check reported ahead on I-15 South.
Thanks, Siri. Speed check. I'll show you a serious joint. Wish this windshield was a little flatter. Hello, Clint. Whoa, that was a good jump. Where are we? Sandy, Utah. All right. Flipping this around. This portion of road's a supercross track. Thanks, Clint. They should only get better from here, aside from the bad ones. Gas, Maverick. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it. Sure. Where's the Maverick? Where's the Maverick? Nice, it's on the right. 1/10 of a mile. That always makes me laugh. The fractions. Whoa. Hang on there, Papa Elon. Oh yeah, I guess I better. Whoa, Maverick on both sides? What in the world? We're doing a 6-lane crossorooski. They call that one the Canadian Shuffle. Maverick, 246. Oof. 1/10 mile. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Forget what I was gonna say though. Something about metric. Are U-turns legal here at lights? Let's find out. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna shut off. All right, Let's try and keep you on the line while I fuel up. Oh, they got... Hang on, look at this. Oop, oop, oop. Hang on there. Oh, that's me. Look at that. We're at the right pumps. You got a boat tearing it up on that one. What do we got over there? Quad. Nice. All right. Let's pull a chair out of the back. Oh man, my back. Oh, how far in are we? 8. Carry the 1. 14 hours. I must be getting pretty close. Oh, it's not like the old minivan. The minivan, if I just recline my chair and open the sliding door, I can reach out the door and just pull the chair in all in one piece. But in little cars, and my Jeep, I gotta do this. Ugh. That there. See how much this angles. Not much. Oh. But I'm loving the price of the fill-ups in this little thing. First one was like $36 US, which is like $300 Canadian. And the second one was 38. My last Jeep fill at home and the van was like 107. Okay. Gotcha. Boop. Yeah, look at these meats though. They are brand spanking. Still got the nips on there. Yeah, pay at the pump's good. Full serve's even better. Clear gas. Water? All right. Let's see if it works. So a little trick for Canadians, if you're going down to the US and it asks you for your zip code, you use the numbers in your postal code and then add 00 at the end. And it works like 90% of the time. Insert adventure card. No. Remove schnozzle. Perfect. What nozzle? That one. Unleaded. Yeah, let's go. Cheapest cheap. Yes, there is the Petro down on Lakeshore. There we go. The Petro on Lakeshore. Yeah, I'm more of an overfull kind of guy. Let it spit back on my lap. The pump's talking to me. It's trying to talk me into a hot dog. I don't think so, Mr. Pump. Not today. I'll give you a shot of the rig. There she is. About as standard of a car as you get. Yeah, let's go see what it's trying to sell me now. Get lost. Oh, screw you. Lost Coast, California. It's got an ad for now. Drop left. I guess it'll show me how much it was when I hang up. Let's top her off. See if I can fill my lap with gas again. A little more. Oh, that's full. You're not, it's okay to use cell phones at the pumps now, right? All right, I'm bored. Oh, there we go, dripped on my shoes. Okay, what's the damage? Oh, $26. Wow. That is nice. I wish. What do you think this car would be to fill at home? Probably $65 to $70 would be my guess. Would you like a receipt? I would. I said that I want a receipt of the last one though, and it didn't. Yep. They're out of paper at the pump like 80% of the times. Oh well. Yeah, my last F350 fill was $245, I think. That sucked. 180 liter tank. Stay there. Whoa. Maybe I should stop into not a wheelchair and get myself a wheelchair, because mine is beat. Liters. What the hell's a kilometer? Approximately 3.786 liters in a gallon. Oh. Okay. Last fill of the trip. Oh. Yeah, not gonna lie, you're kind of busting me for not having the conversions off the top of my head. I do sometimes have to Google them. Oh. Yeah, 185 minutes. Okay, plug you back in for a few. I got 304 miles on that tank, which is 510 kilometers maybe. Reset. 31.3 miles per gallon. Not bad. Not bad for hauling ass. I believe it's 3.756. But I could be wrong. Okay, let's see if I can get back on the highway. South to Las Vegas. Let's go. No, I can't afford Vegas. Nice. My limo gets 4 miles per gallon. You can almost watch the gauge go down. I used to joke that the limo got 4 miles per gallon, and then I did the math, and I realized it was almost exactly 4 miles per gallon. Yep. Yeah, if you get stuck tonight, no worries. I should be able to come get you Tuesday night or Wednesday. So I'd maybe pack a few lunches. Maybe some extra fuel. Ow. Everything's making noise. My ADHD doesn't like noise. Pack a buddy in a second vehicle. Good idea. Someone to cuddle with. Alright. Yeah, I'm probably a little extreme when it comes to noises, though. Yeah, we'll chuck this Starlink out the window. Ooh. Defrost has been on. That's a hot Starlink. Come on, Tesla. Must have heard me smack talking the Starlink. Cut me off. Yep, I do the same thing with my Jeep. Try and hit the biggest pothole or smash a cattle guard. The wheel chocks, aluminum wheel chocks, and the bottle jack are the two worst culprits. Multiple times I've had to pull over and get Denny to go shake things up in the back a little because I'm losing my mind. He gets it. Yeah, preferably in those 18 wheels on the ground. I've almost had 4 off the ground a couple times, I think. Nice. Airbag didn't blow, buttons work, horn work. Whoa, that's a bump. Alright. Another quick video for the video. Salt Lake City. Still going on the live. 190 minutes in. And there's a coppa. The more cops on the side of the road, the less they're pulling me over. Hey, Rusty, we are still going apparently. So much for ending this at dark. I mean, at this point, might as well just keep it going till I get there. Because we're only 30 minutes away. Oh, and my back says it's happy about that. Nice. Successful clock spring replacement for Denny of the Alpine. That's good. That's not a fun one to do twice or once. Yeah. Turn the lights on, the horn starts blasting. Hey, at least I'm mostly not handheld. There's some more light. What would you say is a great unibody SUV you can slightly off-road or overland that's reliable? Are you thinking something newer or something older for the unibody? Hey, Gordy. Pretty dang good. 30 minutes left in my 15-hour trip. That's the thing with some of the newer vehicles. Although some of them scare me with the electronics and stuff, there's some pretty good options if you're doing light off-roading. Like if you're just doing forest service roads and stuff, there's some good options that ride very well. Like, hate to say it, but if I was just doing normal FSRs, light overlanding, that type of thing, I would not be afraid to get a Subaru Crosstrek. A buddy has one and he's got some like pretty good BFGs on it, and he takes it on some decent trails. Obviously downside being there's no low range, but good all-wheel drive and good fuel mileage, and you can drive it on the highway nicely, and for a lot of people that's all they need. Where I went/am going to meet up with Bent Off-Road in Utah to build up the jalopy for the jalopy race at Matt's Off-Road Games. Old Crown Vic headlights would shut off at random. Yeah, we had an old, I think it was a Buick, and it had some things like that. Turn the headlights on and it would die, and you'd have to, night would be kind of lights on and off and interesting to drive. We took that thing some places. Chained up, did some winter wheeling. I've been light overlanding my Tucson. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think a lot of people just need to be real with themselves what they're actually doing, because yes, like lifted trucks and stuff look cool, but these days with fuel prices, it's pretty cool getting good fuel mileage and driving in comfort. So if you're going to be doing hardcore trails, well, that's one thing, but there's a lot of the newer little crossovers and stuff that would do just fine, or like a RAV4. Like they've got hybrids and stuff that would work good. Yeah, older CRV or the older RAV4s, they are awesome. Tracker, like I have the Tracker, and honestly, the little four-door one, if you bought a better version of that, that would make a pretty awesome little rig. Triumph Boulevard. This is us, I think. giving point. In 400 meters, take a right. All right. That's like 1/10 of a mile. 1/11 of a mile. In 1/13 of a kilometer, take a right. Reliability, though, yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, I mean, Honda. Oh, there's a Honda Pilot right in front of me. I've heard some horror stories about Hyundais. I don't know enough about them, but one of the engines is giving people problems and they're wanting a recall, but they won't do a recall. But yeah, Honda's always a safe bet. I would just, really be honest with yourself what you're going to do with it, and then decide how much ground clearance you need, and then whatever you get, just put a good quality aftermarket tire on, because all factory tires are trash, and go from there. Whew, 2 Crips it's almost hard to handle. One's enough. One's almost too much. Still have any Maglins around I could put? Good timing. I'm getting hungry. Yep, I think at this point we'll just... I mean, we've made it this far. My world record live. Oh no. Oh no, we're good. Whew. Oh, 100 meters right. Doesn't seem like Siri's to me the most main way, that's for sure. Stupid phone in my way, I can't see. Run over a pedestrian live, that'd be fun. I mean, I know I'm too much for myself to handle most days, so. Yeah, I'm still here, Chris. A few of us have been in for the long haul, for sure. Sweet, much appreciated. Nice to meet you. There's a hot... Oh, supper. Dang it. Got me excited there. Uh-oh. Oh, Ben is texting me. Are you heading straight to your hotel, or do you want to swing by the shop here first? I haven't booked a hotel yet, because that's how I roll, so... Wonder if I can reply to a text without cutting this off. Do you want to swing by the shop here in American Fork first? Nice. Hello, Cowgirl. Cowgirl1648. Is that your real name? Oh, we got new directions. New directions to the shop. Stand by. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. Let me know if you can still hear me. Dang it. Is there video still? Black. What way is the camera facing now? Weird. Uh-oh. I got video again. Oof, all face, yikes. Sorry about that. 5 frames per second, sweet. That's what I've got it set on. All right, new directions to the shop. I don't want to exit again, but I think it said 12 minutes. I'll have a mini score to that. Yeah, exactly. And trying to snack. I hope so. I hope we're going to the shop. Yeah, mini snacks are great because you can eat 10 times the amount and still feel better. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Makes it a lot harder when you don't have the maps like open. Shit. I think that's... Oh, it's not rerouting. Uh-oh. Oh well. We'll get there. Wow, a lot of lights. It's a pretty dirty camera. No. Connect. Hey, good. I'm gonna clean the camera one sec. Yeah, exactly. Too much city for me too. Kelowna's getting to be too much city for me too. All right. Oh. Yeah, every time a Tesla cuts me off, the Starlink starts rattling. So that's the freeway, not that you can see it. Right beside me, I just can't get to it. Oh. Well, we took the scenic route. Good evening, Papa Tom. check the maps one more time. 9 minutes, 10 kilometers. We'll definitely see you on the trails. Have a good night. Oh boy. I saw the bore rebuild of the wrecker at Trailmater's shop. Yep. I'm looking forward to it. Wow. Didn't even think about that of Kelowna. That's a bummer. I would guess 70% or more of tonight's viewers were Canadians. Yeah, a lot of Canadians, which is cool because I believe 65 or 68% of my viewers are American over the last month anyway. There's nothing wrong with that. South 15. All right, back on track. Yeah, I'm pretty sure just went the wrong way for several kilometers / few miles. I guess Canadians got the stamina to stick out this very long live. Hey, I love East Coast. Almost as much as West Coast. Yep, incoming joint venture this weekend. We didn't recover a dump truck. I don't know what people are talking about. That was a VW Tiguan. It's not even close to the same size as a dump truck. I did Kelowna to Calgary in 5 hours one time, and that was in a 26-foot RV. That's as fast as the RV would travel. Oh, just check back on your test drive, Denny. We're almost there. You watch the whole time, and then right when the money shot's coming, click off. About 30 minutes from the Canadian border, so I think I'm basically... Yep, that's dual citizenship as far as I'm concerned. And Kelowna's only about, and now, I guess, 2 hours from the border. So, 25% dual citizenship. American Fork, next 2 exits. Oh, man. I crossed in Osoyoos at about 6:30 this morning. Take the main street exit. There it is. This is bizarre. What a world we live in. Oh shit, there's the exit. Hold on, everyone. Yoink. Another Canadian shuffle. That's all right. I got Alberta plates on today. Blame it on Alberta. Left on Main. A live video for hours in my car while I drive. Well, the guys I'm going to meet are on said video giving me instructions on where to turn. That's pretty crazy. '65 West Main, right side of the road, small alley between Synergy Pet Salon and Relic Hair Salon. Perfect. That's bizarre. Kind of cool, kind of scary. Kind of love it, kind of hate it. Oh, you guys got In-N-Out here now? Or has that been a while? Haven't been down here for a bit, I guess. Unpopular opinion, I think In-N-Out is slightly overrated. Oh. If you guys haven't seen an In-N-Out drive-through, it is insane. I guess there is 60 cars in the drive-through right now. Oh, truck just got in the way. I was gonna show you. Have a good night, Tom. West. Trying to scroll back to the side of the road, small alley between Synergy Pet Station and Relic Hair. Oh. Getting close. Oh, I think I see it. This one? I think. I see a light. I'm gonna double film. Uh-oh, I gotta stop the car too.
You made it.
Yeah, the live one, that one, and driving same time.
Yep.
Filming
we were just watching you on the computer pulling in.
This one here?
Yeah. Yep.
What a world we live in.
Craziness.
A moment here. We made it.
Howdy, folks. Yeah, you had a lot longer drive than I did.
We got 2 hours and 14 minutes we've been live for.
Yeah, I've been watching the whole thing.
All right. We're checking out. Thank you guys for hanging out.
See you
We're
later.
here.
We got good stuff coming.
What time is it here? Just before 9?
Yeah.
We're going to get some dinner. Good night. Yeah, stay tuned for the videos because we'll both have videos and lots of good stuff to come. How do you end this?